All right, toy fans. So I've got one more. So I have been hitting up these saver things, and what I like about the saver stuff is it's like, hey, these things are 9.99. Get a 6 items, sometimes three, most time 6 items. Just kind of have to pick and choose, and sometimes you get some really good stuff. Sometimes you get like just junk. And I happen to see, hey, they've got this generic Minecraft thing. I was like, hey, this would be great to build, you know, upper grounds, lower grounds, etc. And I was like, let's try it out. Let's see what it is. And so when it came to me, it came in just a bag, and this is what we got, and this is its booklet. I was like, you know what? Let's build this. Let's see kind of what we got. Let's see how it is. We've got, what is that, a 8x8 plate. I mean, it's got some warping to it. It's kind of warped, but hey, you know what? Let's try it out. Let's see what we got. We did get a zombie pig, so zombie pigland. I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, this is let's put this guy together. Let's see. Some of the printing seems a little bit off, but that might just be like me and my expectations. But it just seems a little odd, and some of the pieces feel very tight already out the gate with like the hands. But here you go, we got our zombie pig. Um, and it looks like a man. It looks like a minifig. Let me grab one of my Minecraft ones. We'll grab our cactus knight here. It looks legit. It looks legit. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of a what is it, zombie pig, zombie pigland. So I like that. All right, so we'll put him right there, and let's I guess dump these parts. Now he's the only one that comes off on his own. It looks like we get both a Steve and an Alex. Um, Alex looks a little strange. Okay, we'll kind of compare it. Well, I think I should have another Steve and Alex down here. We'll kind of compare them with others and see what we got. So we got a Steve and Alex and a wolf, and then a little playset. So we got our pig together. Let's do Alex. Uh, I'm guessing that's supposed to be her hair, but her hair should be printed a little bit further up than that. So that's a little odd. Um, Steve's got a little bit of printing there, not much. To be quite honest, not much at all. Let's grab these little teeny tiny hands. 1, 2, 3. Got our 2 arms here. One and another one right here. We did get some swords. There's Alex's other arm. Should have one more hand. There's a head. Interestingly enough, I might actually have to dig for another hand, quite possibly. So, oh, there it is. Man, that is something. I don't like that when it happens. They get stuck in the bottom of these bricks. So we're going to pop that one out there. Boom. Okay. So far, everything's there. So far. So far. We shall see, though. Um, out of the gate, man. And my Alex is going to be without an arm for a little bit. And the reason why is because it's fallen into the massive, what do we call it, the crazy hole of lost pieces, where it's like I had to do massive clean in order to find it. But, we'll put the rest together. I'm sure I'll come across it. It's like I can't see it with my glasses on as they are. Right? Hold on, let me look again. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like it's right there. I know it, but there it is. Somehow it ended up under my toe, and then when I pushed my toe down, it fell. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, for helping me find that. Oh, wow. Okay, so she's got a bit of a gangly hand here. I'll probably look in the bin, see if I have another one to replace that one with, because I do not like that hand. It's pretty warped, in my opinion. Like, look at it, that's a pretty awful hand. Alright, now let's find our parts for our wolf. So we got that nice head. And it looks like we need one of these. 3 2x2s. 1, 2 of these. 1 of these 1x1 with clips. I'm still missing some. Let's see. Red. Looks kind of like we're making Dennis in a way. I think it's kind of cool. I like that character quite a bit. 1 of these. And I should have 1 more of the... There it is. 1 more of these. Okay. So, they have us... This is kind of weird. They have us doing this. We're going to put that onto there. We're going to put this onto here. This goes on the back right here. This goes up top. Kind of like that, right? A little odd, in my opinion. But this goes here. This clips onto here. And then we've got a tail. They're leaving the studs out, so we got ourselves a cheap wolf. And I'd have to look to see kind of if that's how we build the wolves. The regular stuff, but I'm going to say there's Dennis. Now we need 1, 2, 1 gray. Looks like 2 2x3s. 1, 2. And then 2 2x4s. 1 and 2. And it looks like we're going to pair these 2 up right here. 2x3 is going to go across here. 1, 2. Should go 1, 2. And then this is going to go across right here. Am I correct on that? Yeah. That seems kind of weird. It's not as strong as you would think, but I mean, you know. Then we got our tans. So we got 1, 2, 3 of these. We need 1, 2 of the 1x3s. 1, 2, 3 of the 2x2s. And look, already we got another part that's kind of stuck in there, so we'll pop that out right there. And 3 1x2s, and interesting enough, these are 1x2s that have like Technic pin pieces in it. What is that? 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these flower studs, And then 2, it looks like, of these tan studs. So tan studs are going to be going down here. So we got 1 and 2. And then flower studs, we got 1. Looks like we're going out 3. 1 across. And I will go ahead and say there is some flashing on some of this. So it's not like it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination. There's some sharp angles on here. There's some flashing. But these have some pretty decent, like, connections on it, which I like. You know, you want these to hold well. You don't want it to be so hard that you can't do anything with it, but you also want it to, you want it to hold. Looks like we're going across this way, this way, and then 3 and a 3 right there. Kind of a small set so far. I'm not complaining at all. Like I'm okay with that. So 1, 3. So we got one of those. We've got a snot brick somewhere in here. Snot brick. So we're going to have to line this out because there's so many parts at this point. So 1 by 3. A green plate with bar. We need 2 of them. 1 and 2. 1 by 1. 1 by 2. Or sorry, 1 by 2. Brick. 1 by 2. Tile. 1 by 1 snot brick. 1 by 1 tile. A bucket. 2 of the 1 by 1 round bricks, and then 1 gold bar for our bucket. So quite a bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We know we're gonna put the gold bar on our bucket. Bucket's going up here, I guess it's kind of like a pier. And then we've got 1 to 2, 1 right there. It seems kind of weird. There's nothing to reinforce that. That's a little odd. I might have done something to reinforce that just a little bit. Like another stud would have been perfect. We've got this going right over there on top of that. And I would be willing to look to see if I could find this as a set. Like, it kind of makes me wonder, is this a set somewhere else in Lego? So it's kind of like one of those where it's like, I'd be willing to go through the catalog at this point and see, is this a set that you would get somewhere else? And how does it compare, Okay, now we've got let's see, a 4x4. This 2x2, or it's a 2x4, but it's a 2x4 wedge piece. Looks like we've got, is that a, 2 1x4s, 1, 2. 2 of these 1x1 green tiles. 1 L plate. 1 green bracket. 1, let's find it. 1 plate with clip. 1 1x2 plate. 3 1x2 plates in green. And then 1 1x1 plate in green with clip. Okay. Quite a bit. Okay, so it looks like they have us going this way. I'm going to go across that because I'd like to reinforce these plates. This is going to be fitting onto here. We've got this green piece that's going to clip over to here. We've got this with this. It looks like we've got one of... that's not good. So there's not a lot of reinforcement on that. So we got that tile that goes onto that plate. We've got this tile that goes to here. This is going to fit off the end of this bracket, which goes out in front. And then it looks like we've got a 2. And then a clip of 4. Another 4. This is going to fit right on the back here. And I'm just making sure that that lines up. Yes, that lines up there. This should go out front here. Kind of interesting that we've got these wedges. This is not something I think you normally see in Minecraft builds. But, like I said, I'd be interested to see if there's a Lego equivalent to this. Alright, now we need, it's a 1x6, another 1x4. So we've got, or sorry, 4x4. There's 2 of them. Brown and the tan, a tan 1x4, a brown 1x4, a 2x2, a 2x2 in the tan, and 2 of these 2x2s there, and we're going to be building this portion up right here. Quite a lot of pieces at one time, but that's usually how these run. So that goes there. We've got the 1x6, a 2, or no. Look, I got to pop that off and this off, because there's a, so they're showing all the order at once, which is kind of odd. So that goes off the side. This goes here. This is where, like, having those distinct, like, this should be 2 different steps, but it's not. It's shoehorned all together into one. This is where it would make so much more sense to have things broken up in multiple levels, but we're not really doing that with these builds, and that's where it's kind of like, what is that? How does that work, sort of thing. All right, so now again, keep popping that off there. All right, so this is kind of what we're looking at. Okay, that's not too bad. Feels rather undersized, but maybe I'm wrong on that. So we need 7 of these. So we got 4, 5, 6, and 7 right there. We've got 1, 2. We need 3 of these 1x1 plates. We need 4 of the bricks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 of the 1x2s. And it looks like 2 of these translucent panels. And we're going to take a look. Oh, that bar can go back. I'm going to take a look. So that goes here. Goes here. This goes right here. We've got 1 more that goes on top. Should have 1. And I believe it goes 1 and 2. And then we've got 1 and 2 this way. Am I correct? Yes. Then we've got 1 here on the end, and then they should go with the flower stud, plate, and then flower stud. So go flower stud. I can snap those on, plate and flower studs, kind of like that. And they're going to go in the 4 corners. So 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So let's kind of knock that out. Boom. Boom. That's going to go like right there. Let's see. Boom. And 1 more on top. Boom. That's going to go right there. Interesting. Very interesting. Again, feels highly undersized. Like, you know, I know we got these figures. We've got this. This feels like it's not going to be very tall. Which will probably end up being rebuilt in some way. Like, have to double the levels sort of thing. Because it feels grossly undersized. Now it says that we have a string, except I don't see a string like at all. So that's kind of that's interesting. And yeah, I don't think that there's any. Yeah. Okay. No string. Well, we'll have to kind of go past the string, I'm guessing. So in that case, we'll just build around it. So without the string, we need this bar, this window here. We've got this 2x2, this plate with Technic pinhole. We've got a 1x2. Oh my goodness, it's a lot at once. 1, 2, 3. Right. I should have one more. Four. Then we've got this one with the bar, white, with this Technic bar, a sleeve. Good lord. And then it looks like one more of the little, whatever they're called, the little 1x1 studs, floral studs. So that's going to go right here, and that's going to fit into here. This bar is going to go right onto the back. And then it looks like this is supposed to snap to here. And that's supposed to be like a fishing lure thing. So just going to pop it right there for right now. Because like I said, I don't have the stuff that we need. It needs a string. And I might have let's see if I have a backup string over here. Okay. Looks like I have one. Yeah. I do have one. Now, that might be too big, but yeah, we'll try it. We'll see. Okay. So, in that case, let's redo this part. So, it looks like this should go. Come on now. Oh man, my hands. Get to a point where it's like, bro, I can't do any of that. Alright, so I'm going to tie this up onto here. This string might be thicker than I guess what was expected, but you know, just gonna kind of loosely tie it there. We'll put it through here. I'm gonna run that through here too. All right. So let's see. That's gonna go through here. That's supposed to go and fit onto here. Ooh, that's a tight fit. And not in a good way either. Like, alright. And then that's supposed to fit onto there. And then I think we're just supposed to wind this up. Like, this is supposed to be like a fishing pole sort of thing. But there's no gear or anything. That's what's kind of weird. It's like, they want us to wind this up, put like a fishing pole sort of thing here. And I'm guessing their string is probably a lot less lengthy than what I have right here. What I have is from an ornament, so it's kind of oversized just a little bit. It'd have been cool if we had gotten a fish or like a little Minecraft axolotl or something to go with it. But we did not. It doesn't look like it. No fish build. We did get a wolf though. At least we had that, right? Alright, let's see. There we go. And now we'll just tie that back up to there. Okay. Little odd in my opinion, but you know, it is, I guess. Okay. Now there is I've done something wrong. That's supposed to fit over on the side. This is supposed to go here. Okay. Yeah, the descriptions on this are a little awkward. They're not really as specific as they should be for certain things. That's going to end that one pretty quickly if I don't get that out of the way. And then we're going to double these up and put another window. Okay, well, at least we're kind of rounding this out and finishing it up. Now, I did manage to get 2 of these Minecraft AliExpress Lego Minecraft builds. The other one is a little bit different in that it feels a little bit more legit than this one, but you know, we'll have to see. 2x2, and then it looks like we're going to be putting together a torch. We've got, where is it? Yellow and an orange. So thankfully, torches just seem like normal torches. It's not anything wild and crazy, which I'm okay with. I'm good with that. This goes here on the end. We got 1. We should have 2 of those plates. 2. And then this is going to be going in here. I will say, if this is a house, that is grossly undersized. So some of this feels almost like a miniature build or a miniature city build. It does not have the same sort of oomph and space as some of the other builds. So that's something to keep in mind, is that this will not be to scale with what we normally have for Lego Minecraft. And it's weird because there are things that are to scale, but the treehouse feels just teeny tiny in comparison. This is going to go on top. Okay. I mean, I'm always good with having another torch, for sure. Okay, now we've got 1 of these. 1. 2 of the 1x3s. At least they're indicating what size they are. 2 of those. 1, 2, and 3. And then it looks like this is where we're getting the 1, 2 of the translucent. So there's translucents in there to kind of make the trees look a little bit, you know, kind of see-through, like they have leaves. I kind of dig that. I know that there were sets that were doing that with translucent green early on in the sets and build. I just, not something that I was completely aware of. Because, I mean, again, I hadn't been building any of the Lego Minecraft until more or less recently. So that's going to go here. So it's going to go here. And then we got these. Now, we've got 1 going across. No. Let's fix that. All right, 1 going across here. And then 1 and 1. And again, it is not attached to anything, so they feel very, very loose. Like you could just knock that off at any point in this build. So that is a little bit of a disappointment. Alright, now we've got this here. I'm sure we're going to build something to it here in a minute. let's see what we got. So we got a green, 2 of these, 4 of these, right? 2 and 1 of these, and then some weapons. So we do have some weapons, which is nice, and they're just the basic weapons. I don't think I have any of the basic wood weapons, so I'm okay with that. And looks like we're building up this box. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and seat those so it's all together, and then this is supposed to go right over here. So I guess that dumps. Okay, that goes up there. We've got 1 and 2, and then 1 of these that goes right here. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay. There's definitely some stuff I can build with, but in order for this to work, because again, look, put Steve right there. I mean, up here it seems fine, but when you get him down into here, it's too small. This would have to be built out and built up a lot bigger than it is. See, and look, I can't even get him out. It's so small in there. So this would definitely be something that's like I would probably take and double a lot of the size up on this, just so things fit a little bit better. But in that set, so we'll go ahead and we'll give them, we've got the sword, which I like. We got our piglin's got a sword. We got Alex with the misprint hair. She's got a spade or a shovel. And then we get the wolf Dennis, which is pretty good. So I mean, overall, like there's some decent stuff here. I could get behind that. Like that I could get behind. There's some stuff you can build with. You got another brick separator. So yeah. That's kind of it on that one. I'll play with it, review it, sort of thing. I've pretty much kind of got a lot of the idea of what's going on, but when let's see, when you compare, let's see, Alex to Alex, like you can see a gross difference between the two. Like, whew, you've got the hair misprint there, the eyes just quite aren't right. And even like the spade itself is kind of half the size there. It's a little awkward. I don't know. It might be an army build. Do something with this. Now, I got lots of Alexes at this point, so it's not even like a big deal. But this part right here just feels off. I'm not. That's not too great. And then for Steve, and I'm gonna go with the Steve I've got right here. It's kind of a newer one. This reminds me a lot of the old one, but like you can see the difference in color of the shirts, the legs. I mean, obviously the skin's a little bit different, but yeah, it's a little weird. Thankfully, the swords actually look like they're kind of to scale. Let's see. Or are they undersized too? No, I mean they might be slightly undersized, but it's not. That's not too bad. Not too bad. But get a pig zombie guy like this. Get some more. I think there's like the pig house. I could always add him with the other and have another piglin. So yeah, pretty much that's all I got. Hey, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I want to give myself a few days on this one, figure it out, kind of find out what do I like, what do I not like, sort of thing, and then get that review back to you and have an honest review on it. But That's so far. Hopefully this video kind of gives you a good idea, a little bit of what we're looking at here for this set. Um, yeah. If you happen to come across it and you think about it, I hope this video helps you out in your decision making. My goal here is to help you become a better brick builder and purchaser of these brick building sets on AliExpress. So anytime I can build, kind of break them down and look at them, I want to do that for you to help you out, because oftentimes I need it on my end as well. Okay. Hey, thank you all so much for showing up. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You can be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Um, like this video, helps YouTube know what you like and what I'm making, and comment down below. Do you feel like this treehouse is way undersized? I'm gonna go ahead and on my end and say yes, very undersized. It probably needs another row of studs going up, to be quite honest. Probably another row of studs going out. But that's just my opinion. We'll look at it and we'll kind of play around and probably fix and repair it over time. So yeah. All right. Hey, thank you all so much for showing up. I do appreciate it. You have no idea how much I like chatting with you all and interacting with you all. And I'm hoping this video helps you out in the long run, okay? Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more, and there's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build. Happy brick hunting.